Hey everyone, how are you doing today? I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. We finally have a slightly cool day outside, which means I can finally wear long sleeves again. I love wearing long sleeves. I don't know what the deal is. I also am drinking, I don't know, what I would consider a cooler weather beverage. This is Genmaicha. In case you're wondering what I just said, that is how it is spelled. This is one from Den's Tea. And it's extra green because it's actually dusted with matcha, which is why it gets like almost that chartreuse green color. I love it. I actually used up the last of my package to make this, which means I need to make another tea order and stock up before the really cold weather gets here. Genmaicha is actually green tea leaves along with toasted rice. So it creates this beautiful, almost popcorny taste in your tea. It's absolutely fabulous. And I have repurchased this one over and over and over. There's just so many tea companies, it gets to a point where you find something that you really like and then I don't move on to anything else. Even though I know there's probably comparable things out there. This is going to be a Shop My Stash video. I like to do one of these every couple of weeks just to rotate through my stash and always keep my makeup kind of fun and new and exciting. I'm actually really excited to talk to you about some of the products I was trying out this past couple of weeks. Let's get right into the base products. So this is the Essence Pretty Natural Foundation. This is the foundation I'm wearing today. I am wearing it in a pretty light layer. I was having a pretty good skin day, so I didn't feel like I needed to I just didn't feel like I needed to apply much. Mostly I kept it to like the center of my face. And it has a really good name, Pretty Natural. It has a really good natural finish. The only issue I have with this one is on my nose, I have to make sure to use my fingers. I don't have that issue with any other base product that I have, but if I use a brush or a sponge, all it does is sit in my pores and look really, really bad. But if I blend it out with my fingers, my nose looks fine. I don't know why that is, but on the rest of my face, using a sponge or a brush, it looks really, really good and it wears super, super well. I bought this because Taylor Wynn, she reviews foundations like crazy. In my mind, she is the foundation queen. She recommended this one, and we all know how inexpensive Essence is. I love finding inexpensive makeup that works really, really well, and this is a super duper winner for me. Along the same lines, I tried another very inexpensive foundation. This one's from Believe Beauty, and this one to me look very, very similar on the face. They're really, really skin-like, and they both last a really long time. They don't break up funny. In the Essence one, I'm using Neutral Vanilla, and in the Believe Beauty foundation, I'm using Delicate Ivory. They're both really, really good and amazing how good they are, considering how inexpensive they are. This one's only $5 at Dollar General. This is the Dollar General brand. If you have a Dollar General near you and you can find your shade, I recommend you try it. It's only $5, and I was extremely impressed. I am extremely impressed. And I was really, really happy with both of these, that they're not glowy foundations. They're just satin, skin-like, because a lot of my stuff is glowy. And in the summer, it has just been too much. It has been too hot. It was just too much, and it was a relief to find something that didn't add to my glow. Anyway, I'm really, really happy to be adding those to my collection. I really, really like them. Let's talk about highlight now. For powder highlight, I had pulled out this little mini Mary Luminizer. I like it. I can see why it's been a favorite for so long. I love how mini mine is. I don't need very much product. It's just a really, really good classic highlight that's not gonna make you be able to see from space, you know? This, I really don't want to put away, but I'm gonna make myself, because I have a glowy primer that I'm supposed to be panning and I never reach for it because I want to use this. This is the new Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Perfector 4-in-1 Glow Makeup. I have the shade 00 Fair Light. I really, really like this. I could see myself using this very often. Love it, but like I said, I'm gonna make myself put it away to try and use up this other product. Another product I'm reluctantly putting away, this from Flower Beauty. This is the Day Glow Highlighting Glaze in the shade Stunner. This is so nice. This has been getting a decent amount of hype actually, as just being a really, really nice non-sticky cream highlight. And I agree, it's beautiful. There's no glitters. It just kind of gives you that kind of wet looking look on your cheekbones. This is one of the products that on the Flower Beauty website, Drew Barrymore shows how to use it, and she puts it all over. She's like highlighting the sides of her nose, which I had never seen done before. She just puts it everywhere, and it just looks like you've got some glow. It's just really, really nice. But again, I have a cream highlight that I'm trying to get some usage on, so I'm gonna put this away. Let's talk about eyeshadow. So I had made a little 9-pan palette of some of my singles that I wanted to use, and I made sure to use each each shade at least one time. I was super, super into peachy tones, and I'm still kind of there. I'm, you know, slowly getting over the obsession with it, but I still have been kind of into it lately. But anyway, I did use each shade at least one time. I really enjoy creating my own little monochromatic palettes like this. If this was a palette that came out, I would be super tempted to buy it, and so I really enjoy having a singles collection to create my own little palette like this. So anyway, those will be going back into the stash. Same with my Colourpop Wild Nothing palette. I really like this palette. Like when I feel like when I got it, I knew I liked it. I wasn't, you know, terribly excited about it though. Now I kind of want to keep it out, but I'm gonna make myself put it back. I'll just pull out it again at some point down the road, but I have been just really loving the watercolorish type looks I get with this. It just does not have a lot of depth, so I can get just the really pretty wash of color with beautiful sparkle on the lid that I really enjoy. So anyway, yeah, happy I still have this in my stash. I was trying out a new cream eyeshadow. So this is one from CoverGirl. This is the Exhibitionist Lid Paint. I have the shade Sorry Sweetie. It's just a super, super light pink. I almost wish I had gotten a different shade just because it's very, very light, but I was impressed with the formula because it did not give me intense fallout. When something is kind of sparkly, I worry about it always ending up down here, but it stayed on my lid. I was really impressed. It didn't dry down instantly, so you had time to, you know, put it where you wanted, but then it did dry down. It didn't stay wet. So I thought this was a really nice formula. Let's do blushes next. I had so much fun with blush the past couple of weeks. This is an old favorite. I mean, you can't really tell because it's not like I have made gigantic progress on it or anything, but you don't need a whole lot of this to accomplish what you want. This is the Flower Beauty Blush Balm. I just saw they came out with new shades of this, by the way. Did you guys see that? And they both looked so pretty. But anyway, this is the shade Pinched. This is a glorious, natural looking blush. And the gel-like texture, when you put it on, it glides on so nice. It doesn't stick any like weirdness on your face, but it makes your skin look so juicy, but not wet. Like, I feel like this is one of those ultimate glowy products that when people are looking for a glowy product, but not necessarily sparkle, like this just makes your cheeks just like, I don't know, really youthful, really healthy, and every time I use it, I loved it so much. So another liquid blush that a lot of people compare to the Flower Beauty one is this one from Glossier. While they are both liquid blushes with like the same like little dispenser and everything, well, not quite. I actually prefer the dispenser on the Flower Beauty one because it has this handy dandy little applicator on it, so it helps to control how much you get, whereas the Glossier one is just a squeezy tube and it's really, really easy to get too much because it is super, super pigmented. But they are not the same formulas. They're both really, really thin. I would say that the Flower Beauty is way more gel-like and stays looking more dewy, whereas the Glossier one dries down more and looks more matte. I mean, it's not matte, but more so than the Flower Beauty one. Anyway, I really enjoyed this. It was so fun to use, but it is really pigmented. I don't know if I would go for a darker shade in this formula, just considering how pigmented it is. It would be really easy to go overboard, I think, with the Glossier Cloud Paint. This is the blush I'm wearing today. This is from e.l.f. This is the Putty Blush. I have the shade Tahiti, and I just did a cream blush roundup video where I did reviews of all the blushes I've been trying out. I can link that below where I talk a little bit more about all the different formulas, but it's just really, really, really easy to use. I don't feel like you could go overboard with this, well, this color anyway. It's not super pigmented and it blends out really easily. It's nice. I have the Colourpop blush sticks too that is going back. This is the shade Roosevelt. This is what I want. This is what I wear when I want something really, really neutral and it's kind of bronzy looking. And I like the finish, which is more matte as well. Anyway, all those blushes are going back into my stash. Next up, lip products. My Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Moon. This is what I'm wearing on my lips today over a lip liner. I love it. It's so, so beautiful. Highly recommend that you check these out if you have access to them. I highly recommend Walmart because that's the best price. But if you're looking for like the best price per ounce type thing, these can be a little disappointing because they look big, but there's not that much product in them in comparison to other glosses. So, you know, keep that in mind. The Believe Beauty Gloss, I have the shade Peach. This is just your standard run-of-the-mill gloss. Like, it's not something I can rave about, but I liked having a peach gloss to use. My Dose of Colors lip gloss in the shade Almond Butter. I saw that Dose of Colors recently, like, I don't know if they relaunched their glosses, like, but I think they said they have the same formula as they had before, which is good. This is such a beautiful, more opaque gloss. If you're looking for something with a lot of pigment, but also makes your lips look kind of plumped up and juicy, the Dose of Colors glosses are really nice. My Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink This type of liquid lipstick will never be my favorite just because I don't enjoy the dry down, but it is very handy to have something that's not going to transfer onto my teacups. So this is going back into the stash. And lastly, I have my Kosas lip oil. This is my first time trying it, and I just had the clear one, the shade Jellyfish. I liked it. It's a nice thin formula with like zero stickiness. So that's going back into the stash as well. Okay, let's talk about the products that I am going to be pulling out this time. So I'm going to pull up my Purito Cica Clearing BB Cream. I have the shade 21 Light Beige. To me, this looks exactly like the Misha one does, except the Misha one is better for my skin. I feel like if I wear this one too many days in a row, it will give me a breakout. So this is one that I'll be looking to use up and not repurchase at some point. It's just so similar to the Misha, which I have repurchased before. Also, my MAC Studio Radiance Face and Body. So I purchased this summer. I accidentally purchased it and I feel like a couple shades too dark. I don't know how I did that because I did buy it in store and I got shade matched. And then I came home and put it on. I'm like, no way, did she accidentally like grab the wrong one when she went to get it, because it's a bit dark for me. However, I can make it work, and honestly, I really like how it looks. This is just something that I would not wear when it's really hot outside because this is a glowy foundation. And at the same time, it stays on your face. I don't know what specialness is going on here, but it's beautiful. But I've been avoiding wearing it for over a month now just because it's so glowy. But there are some cooler days coming up in my area, so hopefully I can get some use out of this. Because it's so glowy, I'm like, oh, I should just wear it in the winter, but it's such a darker shade for me that I feel like it looks so nice in the summer. So I don't know what to do with this one. Anyway, it's being pulled out for the next couple of weeks. For highlighter, I'm going to pull out my MAC Double Gleam. I love this highlight. It is absolutely lovely. No glitter. You can make it both more natural and super intense. A classic for a reason. And I'm not going to pull out a cream highlight because I am still working on that one in a project that I mentioned. Okay, blush. I'm going to pull out my MAC Glow Play blush in the shade So Natural. I feel like this is one that has not gotten enough attention from me in my stash just because I've been trying out a lot of different blushes, but I love this the few times I've had a chance to use it. So I'm gonna make it a goal to really use it in the next couple of weeks. Just look at that. It's got a nice luminosity to it. It's a beautiful natural color. So excited to pull this guy. And I have been really not using my powder blushes like I should. So I'm gonna pull out some of those. This is my Essence blush in the shade Befitting. I feel like this is the one that when people talk about Essence blushes on YouTube, this is the one they talk about quite often. Anyway, this shade is beautiful. Just look at that, so nice, and the formula is just so blendy and soft. This is one of my oldest blushes. This is from Neutrogena. This is the Healthy Skin Blush in the shade Rosy. This has a little bit of a sheen running through it. It's kind of more of a peachy blush. There, you can see the sheen. But it's just more of a natural, again, I'm kind of on that natural theme. It's really, really pretty. I'm also going to roll in one of my Sydney Grace blushes, specifically this shade right here. This is the shade Belle of Georgia. It came in a mystery bag last year. The blush is actually super, super powdery. I don't know if you can see like all the blush that kind of comes up when I just try to get a swatch, but it acts really, really nicely on the skin, but it's a very light peach color. Let's talk eyeshadows. I'm going to pull out this little Kaja trio. This is the Orange Blossom trio. You guys hear me talk about twinkly shades all the time, and that's what these ones from Kaja are. They're just so, so lovely, and I know I'm just going to just have a ball wearing these. I also want to pull out my Nudes palette from Juvia's Place. I feel like this is a good, I don't know, late summer palette. You still got the peachy summer tones, but also some more warmer, bronzier tones here. It's definitely my vibe, so I'm happy to pull this. And I was honestly gonna pull more eyeshadow, but I just got in my Sydney Grace order from the sale. I did post my mystery bags unboxing, but I also ordered like cream shadows and things, so I have a lot to play with. So I'm not gonna necessarily pull anything specific yet into a Shop My Stash, just know that I will be dabbling in all my Sydney Grace stuff. I think I should probably do like a swatch on Instagram of my cream shadows. My Instagram handle is in the description box. Okay, lip products. I'm gonna pull a lip liner, this one from Colourpop. This is a lippy pencil. I like to wear this just as a lip product all on its own. It's such a fun color. It's kind of like a cool tone shade that for some reason is very flattering on me. I really enjoy it. It has enough brown in it to where it looks good on me. For some reason I have discovered I really like lip products that include brown. Here's a product I haven't used in a long time. So this is from Seraphine Botanicals. This is the Berry and Juice Vegan Lip Gel. It's really, really pretty. It's got shimmer going through it. It's very lightweight and it smells just like a fruit roll-up. I'm gonna pull up my Glossier Holographic Lip Gloss. It's just a fun take on a clear gloss, a little something extra. My Colourpop Luxe Gloss in the shade Slow Motion. Some of their Luxe Glosses have shimmer going through it. This one is just a cream, but again, it has like an ultra flattering hue on me because of the addition of brown in it. They smell so good. Like, what is that though? Lastly, I'm gonna pull this liquid lipstick. This is the Lip Tonic from Kaleidos Makeup. This is the shade Immersion. I don't know if they have these. I'm gonna have to go look on their site. I feel like they've been phasing these out, which is just so sad. Why do brands do that with some of their best products? It's so lightweight and doesn't create that terrible crusty feeling that liquid lipsticks usually do. And I really like that color. It's kind of like a My Lips but better shade. Okay, I think that is everything for this shop, for this rotation. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys supporting my channel. If you like Shop My Stash videos, make sure and give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye guys.